A wise man once said, you can't build a castle on a foundation of sand. And what is the foundation of a garage full of project cars but the humble daily driver? So my daily just started beeping at me. The battery's all crusty. And the brake pedal's doing a little dance under my foot. So yeah, it's definitely time for some boring, regular maintenance.
Well, you don't need $1 million to do nothing, man. Take a look at my cousin. If he's broke, don't do shit.
All right, there's nothing too exciting to do today. I gotta do an oil change, I gotta replace pads and rotors, and I need to replace a crusty negative battery cable on this bad boy. My 2018 Ford Focus SE. It's got a 2.0 engine, it's an automatic, it's my grocery getter. Hey man, it's paid off and it does its job. It is the most boring car that I got, but it has been super loyal to me. It's hauled me to work a gazillion times and I stuff it full of junk from Marketplace all the time. And it just sits out there in the driveway, waiting to be useful. This stupid car doesn't deserve to be ignored. It's been good to me. I like to do this kind of work, so let's do some maintenance. Okay, first thing I gotta do is get the front wheels off. I'll start by cracking the lug nuts before I put it up on jack stands. I like to use a breaker bar for this, and these are the crappy Ford 2-piece lug nuts that like fall apart and round off when you try to remove them, so I gotta be careful here anyways. Now I'll get the car up in the air and take the wheels off, starting with the left wheel here. So I'm gonna start with new brake pads and rotors. It's easy stuff. The only part that sucks is brakes and tires are super dirty. Yeah, I've done it before, so I know what to expect, but watching this footage back, I probably should have worn gloves. But whatever. Everything you gotta do in a brake job, you gotta do twice, so I'll do the same stuff to the right wheel now. Now back to the left side. Taking the brakes apart now, I'm going to start with removing this retaining clip. Yeah, this dinky little thing keeps the caliper pulled in towards the rotor. Next, I'll pull out the caliper slide pins. There's just 2 of them. And then I'll pull the caliper out of the way. Alright, making progress. Get these old brake pads out of the way. There's a little meat left on them, but not enough for me to care. So I will junk them and replace them. Then I'll hang the brake caliper from a little bungee cord. You see what I mean about brakes being dirty? Yeah! Probably should have done this first, but I'll turn the wheel all the way to the left so I can expose more of the brake caliper, and that way I can remove the caliper mounting bracket. You just can't get an angle with the breaker bar otherwise. The issue with the brake pedal's got to be a rotor that's not rotating flat, so it's either rust on the mounting surface or the rotor itself is warped. Yeah, with the caliper and the mounting bracket out of the way, the rotor will come right off, and I should be able to see if there's rust or anything underneath on the mounting surface that could be causing that vibrating brake pedal. Ding, 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 bang. Called it. Bunch of rust. Got to clean this up so the rotor will sit flat. You know, easy fix though. Now checking out a new rotor, you can see it's smooth and rust-free, super clean. 2 smooth surfaces is what we want, so this should fix the issue. Got the fresh brake pads looking fresh, tons of meat on there. Just gonna wire wheel and brush the rust off of the hub here. Super fun work, you can tell. So then slap the new rotor on and start to reassemble, which is going to be the few steps we just did in reverse.
Come on, you mother... Whoa!
Actually, before I put this caliper back on, I need to compress this piston because the new brake pads are bigger than the ones I removed. Otherwise, the new pads won't fit over the rotor and I just won't be able to put it back together. I'm going to use this wood clamp because it's what I got on hand, and I know they make special tools for this, but But whatever, I don't really care. Yeah, it was a pain in the butt, but it worked. What about it? Now with the caliper and bracket back on, just gotta screw and torque everything down. And last thing is that goofy retaining clip. Okay, nice. Big victory. Or more like half victory, because we're not done yet. Like I said earlier, everything on brakes got to be done twice, so time to switch sides. I like doing my own brakes. It's simple work, but it definitely requires patience, because like the slide pins or the bracket bolts might fight you, and you just got to go in with a patient mindset. And you're definitely going to get dirty. There's no way around that. You're going to get pretty filthy. But I don't know, it just feels worth it to me. There's just something honest about doing your own brake job. It's like after I do a brake job, every time I press the brakes, I really feel them working, and I get hit with this wave of satisfaction. Like every time I come to a red light over and over, I'm like, those are my brakes, I did that. It's just a cheap and easy job well done feeling that sticks with me for a while, and it's, I don't know, I get way more out of it than I put in. I don't want to bring it to a shop and pay someone else to do it because I'd rather just do it myself and figure it out. Yeah, it's my decision to make, so I'm just gonna get lost in the work and find a way to enjoy it. And there's something beautiful there, I think. Enjoying doing some work that you choose to do, even though you don't have to do it. Maybe it's a healthy perspective to apply to more than cars, like life in general. Just do the work and find a way to enjoy it. I don't know. All right, get the brake pads on, clamp down that piston, and then tighten everything down. Brake job donezo, hell yeah. Given it's a 2018 with a bunch of stupid little features, of course I gotta take a bottom engine cover off before I can drain the oil. Got like 20 screws holding it on. Alright, get this dumb thing out of the way. Yeah, look, it's just catching dirt and leaves and taking them for a ride. Then I'll crack the drain bolt and remove the old filter. It's so easy to forget how satisfying this is, just doing an oil change. This is like meditation for me.
Now just go, what? Do it, man.
Trying to stay clean, trying to improve a simple process through doing it, and I'm just practicing patience. I gotta be completely transparent though. I picked up these oil change stickers on Amazon. They're like what they'd give you if you got your oil changed at a shop. So I'll admit that part of me is doing oil changes because I want to use these little stickers because I think they're cool. Okay, drain bolt and filter are replaced. I'll put the cover back on and then I can get this thing back on its wheels. Just gotta put the wheels back on with the lugs hand tight, pull the jack stands out, then torque the lug nuts down. Next I'll fill the engine with oil. Little trick here to check the level on the side of an oil bottle, shine a flashlight down inside. Makes it so much easier to see what you got left in the bottle. So this thing takes 4 quarts, so there should be 1 quart left out of a 5-quart bottle, which there is. And the level on the dipstick checks out too. Last, I gotta do some work on the battery here. Yeah, check out that positive terminal. Both terminals on this battery are crusty and the negative battery cable's gotta come out. It needs to be replaced. So this is a new battery because I just changed it out trying to fix this issue. The windshield wipers were just going nuts, coming on full speed on their own, turning off, and I had no control from inside the car. So when I checked, I found the battery covered in that blue-white powder and the negative cable was completely gone. And some sensor cable was totally corroded too. So the plan here is to swap the cables and clean the battery. Pulling the battery out first, I had to fight with it for a minute, but I got it. Yeah, check out this cable.
Brother,
That module measures battery current or something, so it's important and I'm sure that it's toast. Yeah, here, check out the new one. Nice and shiny. Easy install too, just 1 bolt. cleaning the positive battery cable here. I should have worn a mask because I got that dust in my mouth and it tasted terrible. Like really, really, really bad. So I don't got any grease in this garage, so I'll hit the battery terminals and cable ends with some Vaseline.
Oh my God, bro.
Google said it was okay, so I'm going with it. Feels weird, but also makes sense. Last, I gotta replace this sensor cable connector. I got the pigtail on rockauto.com, so it's just a snip, snip, splice it up situation. So I'm a huge fan of knowing how stuff works, or at least having a good idea, because then it's harder to be afraid of. And when you fix something with your own hands, you kind of create a friendship with it. And you know, like when it's in a bad mood and what to do about it and how to respond to it. Yeah, easy enough. I just had to Google about the windshield wipers and everything online said battery. I take a look at it and it's obvious what I gotta do. And now I know if the electronics are completely freaking out, check the battery. It could be a nasty ground cable. Now I just put the battery back in and button it all up. This should fix the goofy electricals and then I'm done.
Jesus.
If the goal in life is to avoid every small, tedious task and pay someone to do it for us, then what are we even doing here? What's the point? What are we rushing towards that's so much more important than just working on cool stuff with our hands? Those small, boring, tedious tasks aren't in the way of life, they are life. The boring stuff matters, man. You just gotta find a way to get in there and enjoy it. Pretty good. This wasn't a big, exciting video, nothing glamorous going on, just a little time with a boring car. But I hope it reminds you that the boring stuff matters, because it does. You gotta show up for your machines because it's worth it. Maintenance isn't glamorous because it's not supposed to be, it's just supposed to keep you going. And I think if you treat your boring cars right, it might just do the same for you. All right, enough of the sappy stuff. I just found a free lawnmower on Marketplace that I gotta shove in the back, so I'm out of here. Thanks for checking in, see ya. There's enough, I think we're done.